The video you are about to watch was made for entertainment purposes only. The views and opinions expressed in this video are those of the content creators themselves and should not be taken personally. So sit back and enjoy.
We have some big news right now. A meteor likely struck Northeast Ohio in the past hour this morning. It's not a headline you hear every day, but yes, a meteor was likely responsible for the loud boom and the strike in Northeast Ohio that's been felt in multiple states. This is a video of the meteor right here from the National Weather Service. This is another video taken by a garage camera from a Dr. Jim Lloyd. You can see the meteor striking Northeast Ohio right here. According to the National Weather Service from Cleveland, it suggests that latest GLM imagery that the boom was a result of a meteor. A number of meteors have been seen in Ohio's skyline in recent weeks, but this appears to be the first one that actually made impact on Earth. And the American Meteor Society, according to CBS, has not yet commented on it right now, but all signs point to a likely meteor.
I love that they have like two random chicks holding the front door open. Where's the guys? We're not even trying anymore. It's not even like, I just mean like they're not even like Secret Service people. It's like the girls who work here are holding the door. Even if it was the guys, it wouldn't even make it better. It's like, it's just like they might as well put a doorstop in. Like, they put up a doorstop and a scarecrow. Oh, f this guy.
We're going to introduce legislation that would authorize $400 million to be spent to secure to build the presidential ballroom.
You hear that, America? That's where your money's going. $400 million of the money you make for a ballroom. Remember when these same fiscal conservatives said they had no money to stop your healthcare premiums from going up, no money to stop your energy bills from going up, no money to give you the $5,000 and $2,000 Doge and tariff checks they promised you, no money to fund schools for kids, no money for cancer research, but they're all standing here gleefully celebrating spending $400 million of your money on a ballroom. This is what the Republican Party is. They're doing money fans with your cash and laughing at you while they do it.
Donald Trump just snapped at a reporter after she read out loud portions of the manifesto written by the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooter, and he did not like it one bit. Just watch.
Motive in it. He writes this quote, administration officials, they are targets. And he also wrote this, I am no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I was waiting for you to read that because I knew you would, because you're horrible people, horrible people. Yeah, he did write that. I'm not a rapist. I didn't rape anybody.
Do you think he was referring to you?
Excuse me. I'm not a pedophile. You read that crap from some sick person. I got associated with all stuff that has nothing to do with me. I was totally exonerated. Your friends on the other side of the plate are the ones that were involved with, let's say, Epstein or other things. But I said to myself, I'll do this interview and they'll probably, I read the manifesto, he's a sick person, but you should be ashamed of yourself reading that, because
it seems like Donald Trump kind of just told on himself there, because the shooter never specifically said, I'm referring to Trump here, and yet Trump got very defensive about that. Interesting nonetheless, the fact that he's saying, oh, you're a horrible person for reading out portions of the manifesto and asking me a question about it is insane. And it's not like the journalist wrote it. I mean, this was just in his manifesto and he's being asked a question about it. What a disaster of an interview. And that reaction, Jeesh.
We really are living in a cognitive Wild West.
We really are living in a cognitive Wild West.
Living in a cognitive Wild West.
A cognitive Wild West. Most people have near zero mimetic defenses or cognitive security suited for the age of synthetic media.
Near zero mimetic defenses
or cognitive security suited for the age of synthetic media.
The age of synthetic media.
The age of synthetic media.
Synthetic media. Whatever immunity you have is worn down
by the constant expectation of deception.
Whatever immunity you have is worn down by the
Constant expectation of deception.
The constant expectation of deception.
Worst of all,
You've already epistemically surrendered.
You've already
epistemically
surrendered.
Worst of all, you've already epistemically surrendered.
Worst of all, you've already epistemically surrendered.
Circle K says if you're homeless and you get in my garbage can and eat expired food, you better think again because there might be a toxic poison on it. Circle K executives go ahead and greenlight this toxic chemical to be put on food before it goes into the garbage to prevent homeless from eating their expired food. Now, they say it's for legal reasons because they say, well, what if a homeless person ate this, expired food and then they went to the hospital, got their stomach pumped and was able to hire an attorney to sue us? Ain't gonna happen. Let's get real. You heard what Fox News just said last week, that they want to do lethal injection, involuntary, on homeless people. And now you've got the executives of Circle K greenlighting toxic chemicals being put on expired foods before they put it in their garbage cans. You know as well as I do that it's something much more sinister. It's the war on the homeless.
Darkest debates. Who is this guy spotted in? The image shows a white-haired, white-bearded man wearing sunglasses walking with two men who appear to be bodyguards. The photo was taken in Tel Aviv. The man's face looks familiar, but no name is confirmed. Online, speculation quickly followed. As renewed attention is placed on the Epstein files, some users claim the man resembles Jeffrey Epstein and argue he may still be alive. Screenshots are zoomed in, facial features compared, and timelines re-examined. Others push back, saying the image proves nothing and warning against turning resemblance into accusation. The debate goes beyond the photo itself. Some commenters argue that for someone with Epstein's wealth and connections, faking a death would be easier than facing accountability. Others point out that there has been no verified evidence placing him alive after his death in custody, and that speculation risks distracting from documented crimes and victims. What remains undeniable is the imbalance the discussion exposes. If Epstein is truly dead, many believe justice was never fully served.
Elon Musk just tweeted out, quote, "The Trump tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of the year." This comes minutes after Elon Musk called for Donald Trump's impeachment. About an hour after Elon Musk said that Donald Trump is listed in the Epstein files, which is why they haven't been released yet. And about a few hours after Donald Trump called on Elon Musk, called him out and essentially said that he is going to potentially remove Elon Musk's government contracts. I think this is probably like the 20th video I've made today, but it is only getting crazier. Donald Trump refused to take any questions at a press conference held just now at a roundtable for police-related stuff. So we'll see what happens next.
They will not remove him from office until after January 21st, 2027. And I'm going to explain why. Because right now, as it stands, if J.D. Vance was to take office right now, today, his constitutional rights to be president would be limited to one more term as president. However, if he was to be removed after January 21st and J.D. Vance took control of the presidency and the Oval Office after January 21st, 2027, that would be less than 2 years of term left on Trump's presidency, which would then allow J.D. Vance to be able to run for president 2 separate times, and his time as president or acting president when Trump was removed from office would not count against his presidential candidacy.
It has now become a trend to embarrass people for going to eat at Arby's. So recently it's become a trend for people to expose their friends if they end up catching them eating at Arby's. And it's gotten so bad that people are now camping out in drive-thrus of Arby's and exposing people on TikTok and asking them why in the world they actually eat at Arby's. Because for the longest time, if you put any fast food in a tier list, Arby's is usually near the bottom every single time. And now it seems like people are making it a trend to either go eat at Arby's and show you what they're eating, or try and trick their friends friends into letting them think that they're going to go eat at Arby's. A lot of people are doing this at their work. When they said they're going to go get lunch for the entire office, they go ahead and ask people what they want from Arby's, and every single person responds shocked and asks them, why in the world are you going to Arby's to eat? And when you look at some of the videos that people post showing the food from Arby's, it actually does look pretty good. So we're really confused as to why it's become this trend now for people to not like Arby's, because they've been around for so long. I thought people loved eating there.
Do you know what pisses me off? Back in 2005, this $20 bill could buy you 11 Crunchwrap Supremes from Taco Bell. Do you know how many you could buy now in 2025 with this $20 bill? Let me show you. Only two. This entire stack right here cost me $84 with tax. Can someone please tell me how this is possible?
And KFC done lost their damn mind. Because why is an 8-piece family meal $33? Are y'all serious? A 12-piece, $47.99 for 12 pieces of chicken? Stop going to KFC. KFC playing in our face, because it ain't no way. It's no way I'm finna pay that much money for that little bit of food.
Okay, so I actually just left a drive-thru without buying anything because I went to Kentucky Fried Chicken and I said, I'll just take some chicken tenders. And they're like, okay, there's like a 4 or 6, whatever. I was gonna get, I think it was 6 chicken tenders, and they're like, that will be $20. And I was like, I didn't even get fries or a drink, literally just chicken tenders. And I was like, that is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. I was like, I'm so sorry, but I can't do that. That's bonkers. So I had to say, no, thank you. I think I'll just starve today. I'm going to actually go get a taco at Taco Bell because it's not $20 for one taco. I know that.
No, but it's
I was like,
terrible for you.
For a few chicken tenders is $20 with no sides, no drink at a drive-thru? That's bonkers.
350 squirrels were found in a cooler in a Chinese restaurant in New York. I said 350 squirrels was found in a cooler, okay, in a Chinese restaurant in New York. And a lot of people in the comments, because I go to them comments, I get deep down in them comments, they have had squirrel before. And that's your business. If you want to eat a squirrel, a snake, a dog, a cat, that's your business. But when people go to a Chinese restaurant and order food and they order some chicken, they expect chicken.
Bro, so I stop at a fucking rest area, right? I'm going to use the fucking bathroom. There's fucking glory holes in the fucking bathrooms that fucking connect to each other. Bunch of fucking weirdos. Fucking weirdos. You got fucking glory hole here. Fucking glory hole here. Fucking weirdos.
Walmart's now adding barricades in their stores. Look at this.
What the hell am I holding? Do you see this? America? Or, I mean, actually Europe, if you're not in America.
Interesting. You got Kroger doing it too. Look at this.
Kroger. And that is a barricade on that end. And when you turn this way, that is also a barricade. And so, like...
So it's
wow,
like the...
So
like the bathing area.
There's a door there to enter.
Shampoo
and this
stuff.
Entire health wellness section is like barricaded off within the store. That is so wild to me.
What's up with that? Why do you guys think that's happening?
Probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it. There was a reporter in the room who was under a table, and when the shots went off and everybody's hiding, she said, I hope they killed the orange MF. That was a journalist in the room who was hoping that when she stood up, the president of the United States would be dead. When you have members of the press openly enticing, hoping, talking about killing the chief executive officer of this country, that's a problem.
This meteorite in Ohio has held my attention for longer than I'd like to admit. It exploded over Northeast Ohio, specifically Medina County, where I have a lot of friends that still live there. I'm going to preface everything I'm about to say with this is a hypothetical theory. This is a conspiracy theory. This is not fact. I am just putting together a scenario for you. People have questioned this, right? And I have yet to see one confirmed piece of debris from this meteorite. The path that it took and the place where it says that it exploded in the atmosphere is right around Medina County and around Rittman, Ohio. That's where the red path is, where you can find the meteorites of the biggest size. I have yet to see a confirmed piece. I've been playing with hypothetical scenarios of what if it wasn't a meteorite? This is a total what if video. That exact path of Medina County is 2 hours away from Toledo, Ohio. This city has always had a political target on it because of what they have on the east side. And that's the Sunoco oil refinery. I don't know if Sunoco still owns it. It might be underneath a different company now, but my dad used to work here back in the day. He worked as a contractor laying the lines of pipe that the oil flowed into the facility from. And my dad had to sign waivers and all different kinds of things to work for this place. And he knew that every time he stepped on these grounds that he was risking his life being there because this place refines oil into gasoline. It is an extremely crazy process. And that flame is the burn off and kind of the valve for whether this place blows up or not. And there are 2 times that I saw my dad come home absolutely shaken to his core that he didn't think he was going to make it out of there. When this thing builds up pressure, the entire mile square around it, their house rattles and their windows break. Multiple people have lost their lives at this facility just working there. This is how far that oil refinery is from where the path of the meteorite landed. If you Google oil refinery right now, this is what comes up. It is the main target in almost every single country involved in this conflict currently. You see them being attacked in Iran, in Kuwait, in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE. Like, there are so many locations that these are the main targets of. There is a Coast Guard base in Cleveland, Ohio. If the main targets of the entire war were oil refineries, if I was a logical strategist in the military, I would move defensive weapons around our refineries that are in the United States. And if we have a mobile defense system set up in Cleveland and potentially any other place around Toledo, then I would be perfectly ready to intercept anything that was coming at any of our oil refineries. Not that I think anyone would actually be brave enough to do that, and this most likely is just a meteorite. But it's just close enough to make me throw my tinfoil hat on.
All right, I got it on video.
The American in Paris who was electrocuting pickpocketers by letting them steal a decoy booby-trapped wallet has been stopped by police. While the police did admire his work of electrocuting pickpocketers with a battery-powered wallet, they did confiscate all of his 30 wallets that were on him because so many pickpocketers had been sent to the hospital with irregular heartbeats. They explained that France has a universal healthcare system and it was putting a burden on the hospital because this man was sending so many thieves straight there with his electrocution. When the police asked the man why he was doing it, he said that obviously you guys don't police this, so I thought I would. I mean, I was literally walking circles around the Eiffel Tower while I metaphorically walk circles around these pickpocketers. The American said that while the hospital might be a little overburdened, at least the pickpocketers aren't out on the street, and so these people like me who are visiting the Olympics can walk around with more peace of mind.
All right, folks, look, we just got some stunning new reporting on Donald Trump's attempts to stay in power past 2028. This plan that they're working on behind the scenes that Steve Bannon has talked about publicly is getting deeper and deeper. It is well funded, and they fully intend on using it. And this reporting that we just got further proves that point. Just the other night, Donald Trump pardoned a bunch of people who tried to help him to overturn the election in 2020. And what Donald Trump is saying there is that if you help me again, I got your back. And this reporting from Politico that came out late last night further proves that. So we're going to get into the story and more because this goes much deeper.